Hello, everyone. Welcome to the EJG3 show. My name is Eddie Gallagher. Let's recap week 8 of the NFL. A lot of great games, a lot of storylines, interesting, crazy, disappointing. Uh, but let's dive in to the Anthony Richardson story. So during the game, Colts Texans divisional game, Anthony Richardson uh went to the sidelines uh, for a play. They asked him during the press conference, "Hey, what happened?" He said he was tired. Ain't gonna lie. He said, I was running a lot, and he couldn't go the next play. And he told the head coach Shane Steichen that he needed a break. It's weird. I never see a quarterback come out for a play unless they're like injured. But he was tired. Uh, Richardson was 2 for 15 in the first half. Um, he finished with 10 completions across 32 passing attempts. He threw one touchdown and one interception for a total of 175 yards. Um, you know, I loved in his press conference. Yes, he admitted the truth, but then he kind of chuckled, and which I didn't love. And Anthony Richardson, a young player, 10 starts. You know, but the reality is he didn't play well, and he wasn't playing well the whole year. And we just found out that Shane Steichen benched him. Joe Flacco is going to start. I gotta say, we knew he didn't have a lot of starts in college. We knew he was a little banged up because he had a shoulder injury last year. But when you have Joe Flacco, a Super Bowl winner, a quarterback that's very reliant, you better compete. You better play well because a backup like that, he's probably coming for your job. And we've now found out that Joe Flacco will probably be starting, which I think it's a great idea. Shane Steichen is a great quality coach, and Anthony Richardson could not uh, complete high percentages of balls to his wide receivers. Um, I think this is a good thing for the Colts. I think they'll be better. I think Anthony Richardson was just completely bad. Uh, immature, not a grown up. Uh, and when you have one, when you get this opportunity, right? You gotta really embrace it, work hard. I think Richardson was a little too loosey goosey, and I don't think he really uh played up to its potential. Now, obviously, he's a young quarterback. Can he have time to develop into a quality starter? We've seen that Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. We've seen guys, in that backup role become average starters, like Geno Smith. But just a little loosey goosey for me. You know, wasn't completing a high percentage of throws. And this was with an offensive coach. Shane Steichen, he was good with Gardner Minshew last year. So, and he's not very a great quarterback. So I think Shane Steichen's one of the best coaches, best offensive coaches in the league. And Anthony Richardson could not get it done. And I think it's a good thing for the Colts that they found out, hey, this might not be the guy. They'd rather playing him in the future, putting out bad tape. Um, we've seen quarterbacks who are playing today that are just not good at all, and are possibly looking for a QB next year. Um, I won't get into any examples, but you know what I'm talking about. Hint, hint, the Giants, Daniel Jones. Uh, but no, overall, uh, hopefully Anthony Richardson can be a quality quarterback someday, but just not right now. He's just not ready for the league. Immature, not a grown up. Uh, so hopefully, hopefully the Colts win some games. I think they have quality receivers. They have a quality defense. And the games that Anthony Richardson has not played, they won. So this could be a good thing for the Colts. You know, it's about winning games, and I think this is a good learning lesson for Richardson. Hey, I gotta mature, and we'll see. I want to go to the crazy game, Bears versus Commanders. I thought the Commanders really, really outplayed the Chicago Bears. A lot of field goals early in the first half for Commanders. If they were touchdowns, this game would have been a blowout. I think Jim Daniels, you know, hurt ribs, gutted it out. He is taking a lot of hits, but man, that guy can sling the football, and you know, that was an epic ending. Daniels scrambling around 13 seconds. Um, just really threw it far. It was short of the goal line. But uh, Noah Brown caught it, you know, by a tip pass, and we give credit to the Commanders in that win. Um, but the storyline in that game was the Chicago Bears. Uh, Eberflus, what are you doing? Uh, that team was not ready to compete off a bye week. Um, you had a terrible offensive game plan. Caleb Williams did not play well in that game until like the fourth quarter. You know, just 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 terrible. The second drive before the Bears scored to take the lead, they gave the ball to their backup center. What are you doing? Give it to your running back. Running backs carry the football, not centers. And I just thought that was a terrible play. Um, and that was a costly fumble. Obviously because that could have taken the lead, and your defense was playing well all day, and just just an absolute embarrassment. I think Eberflus is definitely on the hot seat. I think he was on the hot seat going into the season. Uh, but and lastly, Tyreek Stevenson. So he was the one who was barking at the fans, taunting them because he thinks that he won the game. Buddy, there is one more play. One more play. You're taunting at the fans. You're taunting at them. What are you doing? They were at the 15-yard line before you started playing defense. That guy should be benched. That guy should be having suspension. He cost the game. He was the one who tipped the pass. Buddy, knock it down. You know what? I'm glad that he apologized to his teammates, but what are you doing? That is absolutely atrocious. Tyree Stevenson, you should be ashamed. You know what? You celebrate when the whistle is blown, when the game is over, not before. Costly. Karma. Karma, karma, karma. And you know what? You could have stole that game even if your offense did not play well. But you want to be arrogant, selfish, and you taunted at the fans. That is embarrassing. That's on coaching. Oh my God. Bears or the Bears. Just complete awful. And no, I'm not mad because I lost my bet. But I really think the Bears, they have a good quarterback, a quality quarterback that's just not getting enough help. So, oh my gosh. I mean, obviously, give give the Commanders credit. I think they were easily the better team, but the Bears screwed themselves. So I just got to settle down. I'm just so mad at the Chicago Bears right now because they had that game, they could have won it, and they gave it away like they normally do because they were not focused offensively or defensively. And what are you going to do? I guess next week. Okay, let's go to um, some news here. Stephon Diggs out for the season was an ACL tear. Um, I feel bad for Stephon. He's a good player. You know, unfortunately, he was playing for the bag because he only had 1 year with the Texans. Um, I think he will get a contract, but not what he wants. Um, just disappointing. Obviously he was a big disruption in Buffalo, but injuries do happen. Um, but I think in reality, I think the Texans are going to be fine. They still got Joe Mixon, you got a quality receiver and um you got quality receivers. You have, CJ Stroud, who's people say the top five quarterback in the NFL. He should elevate teammates, even though he's in the second year. He's still good enough to win games. Um, but overall, I thought that was disappointing because I would love to see him in the playoffs with the Texans, a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Because they do have a Super Bowl team. But yeah, no, that was disappointing. Uh, and hopefully he gets a good contract, and hopefully he will be a quality receiver uh next year. All right, let's go to oh my God. Um the New York Jets versus the Patriots. 2-6. 2-6. And they lost to the Patriots who they steamrolled. How many excuses do you get? You fired your head coach. You got the Devontae Adams. You got Aaron Rodgers. Jeff Ulbrich, who doesn't seem like he's a good coach, head coach. Even though the interim coaches normally they play for him, but no, the defense is worse. Um, I don't know what you do. I think the Jets are dead. Um, you know, having Jacoby Brissett replacing Drake May because Drake May left with a concussion, and Jacoby Brissett made some good plays, but you know the Patriots are bad. We all knew that, but oh my gosh, you know I think the Jets deserve this. They were noisy um in the off season. They're noisy during the season, and I think the Jets definitely deserved it. I knew they were going to be bad. I knew they were going to be bad. You know, someone told me that before the season, Aaron Rodgers was a top 10 quarterback. I just had to fit with them. I argued with them. How? I never thought he was a top 10 quarterback in the league today. I think there's way too many good quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers, to me, has been moody. Um, he's just getting older. Um, and I think the Jets are atrocious. And I think the new Jets chant should be J Jets bad bad bad. Jets bad bad bad. That's what you are. The Jets are atrocious. They can't win against bad teams. They certainly can't beat the good teams. The Jets are just atrocious. And you know whose fault it is? It's Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers is the person that should be blamed for this disaster. Zach Wilson last year was better than Aaron Rodgers today. Think about it. Zach Wilson. So, yes, I do blame Aaron Rodgers for this epic failure of a season. He's not good. I think Tyrod Taylor is a better option playing quarterback now. I think he could be a better leader and put some energy in his team. But this defense is awful. This offense is awful. Um, and they talk about Jeff Holbridge said a moment of darkness, and then Rogers agreed, saying he's been in the darkness. You've got to embrace the darkness and make peace with it. Oh, forget about it. You got stop making excuses. Gotta play better. It starts with me. Stop telling me to be in the darkness. That is absolute crap. Oh my god. I'm glad that the Jets are bad because they deserve it. You guys are a bad organization. Speaking of, the Steelers impressed me. Going 2-0 with Russell Wilson, who I thought had a lot of pressure going in. Kept my Tomlin. What a great decision. He did. Um, but putting in Russell Wilson and benching Fields, I think the passing game is way better. Um, and I think Daniel Jones, the Giants should be looking for a new quarterback because the last two drives, both turnovers. Um, and you know what? It's okay. Good to lose. And hopefully pick a quarterback that fits you. But I think the Steelers, they're a quality team. I don't know how many games they can win in the playoffs, but they're a playoff team. I didn't think they were. Um, but yeah, I like how the Steelers are playing. I like how this defense is playing right now. I think the Steelers are very impressive. Um, and Geno Smith, he struggled versus the Bills. I think having DK Metcalf being there is not being in that game was a huge loss, and they got steamrolled. You saw the Browns beating the Ravens. Um, it was probably because Deshaun Watson wasn't there. Um, no, it's just an upgrade. Deshaun Watson was not good. He was atrocious, and the Ravens are a good team, and the Browns beat a good team. You know, and obviously it was a divisional game, but still, it was a quality win for the Browns, and I'm happy for them. Uh, but week 9, I can't wait. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.